Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Bar. It's Tuesday night. That means live Star Wars trivia. I'm just with me. Is my brother Tyler, and of course we have a special guest on with us tonight, Jeremy from Templar Pops. What's going on, everybody? Let's start with you, Tyler. Tyler, what's happening tonight?
What's happening is I'm in a great mood because it is Tuesday, which means it's Star Wars night here at the Book Bar. And I couldn't be more excited because we have the Templar Pops in the house. I could be more excited, but we got Templar, so
we do. Templar, what's going on, man?
I'm pumped.
I am definitely excited. You can tell.
Yeah, and so look at his background has changed a little. He's got the lightsaber. It looks like lighting up the Funko Pops in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I like
protection.
Sharp.
A little depth to the shot. I like that too. It's looking sharp back there. I like that.
Well, it's looking very, very nice.
Well, 3D going. I can't this way. 3D is this way. Ooh.
Yeah. And so, but you know what? I just realized. But before we get into it, because we need to talk to Templar about how he's feeling about round 2 coming up here. But before we do that, we have some orders of business we have to take care of regarding the events that transpired last week. So for those of you that were there, you know that last week, Justin and I actually tied. We had a rare tie such that we both had to do a humiliation for this week, the ever elusive double humiliation. So we do have a few orders of business to take care of and airing those humiliations. So Justin, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I think we'll let you go first. And before we do, for anyone jumping on, whether you're jumping on the live or you're watching this on the replay, this was initially advertised as having Steele Saunders coming on tonight. He had a last-minute hiccup. We had to reschedule. So we're either going to have him on next week, or we will be recording a video if our schedules can't line up. We're on the East Coast. He's on the far West Coast, so timing's a little difficult to make work with him. But he wants to do a video, so we're either going to do it next week or we're going to record one. So FYI, that will be coming soon. But as for the humiliation, let's let you go, Tyler. Why don't I'm very curious to see how this turned out.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and play this. Let's pull up the video. All right, here we go. Let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
Another humiliation. So the Council of Bros got together and they decided that for my humiliation this week, I have to recreate my This Is Pod Racing video, except this time, instead of awesome life hacks, I have to do the worst life hacks imaginable. They've got a list for me. Let's see what they have in store. Dip your contacts in coffee to help you stay awake. Now this is pod racing. For this next one, it says, shoot yourself with smaller caliber bullets to build up an immunity to larger caliber bullets. Now this is pod racing. Okay, last one, here we go. It says, get rid of the noisy kids playing in your front yard by... Okay, no, I'm not gonna do this one. I can't. Dude, I put coffee in my eye. I shot myself in the arm. I can't. Get rid of those noisy kids playing in your front yard by signing up for the sex offender registry. Okay, so I did it. I signed up, so the kids aren't in my front yard anymore. Now this is pod racing. Oh, okay, knock at the door. I guess I'll go see who that is. Oh, it's my neighbor. Hey, no, guys, no. I don't think you understand. It was a joke. The BookBarBros. You guys have heard of this? It's a YouTube channel.
Wow, that humiliation was pretty rough, man.
Yeah.
I'm humiliated for you.
I know. I can't believe you had me do those things, man. Those were super intense. I couldn't see for a week. I had to address a bullet wound, and I had the absolute crap kicked out of me by my neighbors. So, and doesn't matter how many times I try to tell them it was for a YouTube channel, it's a joke. They're just not buying it. So
I can't believe they haven't seen us. I just feel like at this point we're everywhere, and I can't believe that they haven't seen us. So
I know that the level of celebrity that we have hit, you'd think they'd understand and be like, oh no, I recognize those guys. He's from the BookBarBros. This is clearly just a bit. But no, they're not buying it. But thank goodness I heal quickly. So my wounds have healed. But man, that was rough. So I guess let's see what you have in store, Josh.
Well, I appreciate you not forcing me to do such injurious type of humiliations.
I'm a bit nicer.
So Tyler, of course, knows about, or he's talked about on the stream before, of my impressions and my voiceovers, and so he thought he would make fun of me in a different way. So I had to record this, so let's take a look at this. So last week in our Star Wars trivia series, our good friend the Popsith came on the show and he forced a push, resulting in a double humiliation for me and Tyler. And since he often enjoys my impressions, Tyler decided that I should do some of the most over-the-top Emperor Palpatine impressions that I can. So here they go. Do it. The force is strong with you. Now I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please. Power! Unlimited power! Oh my god. Huh? That's from when Yoda throws the Senate seat back at him. No, you will die!
I gotta tell you, Justin, I wanted you to do the impressions. I didn't want you to go get Ian McDermott and have him just shoot those shots in your basement. Like, that's not right.
I know. Wow, it's impressive. How'd you pull that off?
I gotta be honest, guys. My throat hurts a little from doing some of those.
Well, are you saying that was you? Because
that was really me. That was not Ian McDermott.
Flawless.
That
Holy
was
crap.
me. Thank you.
That is, I mean, everybody, golf clap. I mean, come on. That was spectacular.
I just hope I'm not forced to do more impressions in the future.
Well, my God.
Yeah,
that
the rest of us too.
That was right.
Fair enough.
Pretty impressive. But I noticed you didn't have coffee in your eye or get shot at all, so I don't know if these were equal, but you know what? That's okay. It was.
Yeah, no, my eyes are fine. Yeah.
Good. Glad you got to show off your skills there. That was fantastic. So with that, now with the humiliation out of the way, let's see who's going to be doing one next week by getting into the competition. Today we got Templar Part 2. How are you feeling, man? After Part 1, a great run for you last time. How you feeling this time around?
Part 1 was awesome. I felt really good. But Part 2, this is definitely going to be a challenge because these questions were not for me. They were for someone else who's up here. Templar Pops down here.
No.
Don't sell yourself short here,
you
Templar.
give yourself too much credit, Templar. You need to raise that arm lower, put it lower below the screen.
Right, yeah. You shouldn't be able to see either hand.
There we go.
No, he is right. So these were meant for Steele Saunders, who competed on the Star Wars trivia Schmoedown.
That's correct.
Right.
Yep.
So we definitely increased the level of question writing for this one. I've been told, right? So Justin wrote the questions this week. So yeah, that could make things difficult, but. As we always mention each week, don't forget that we encourage the chat to participate so they can give right answers, wrong answers, misleading answers, funny answers, absurd answers, and Templar can always go to the chat for help. He just has to sift through all the nonsense to do so. So that changes the game. Remember, it's not just Templar's knowledge. It's the knowledge or lack of knowledge of the chat. They're going to be throwing them good answers. They're going to be throwing them some curveballs. They're going to be throwing them some absolute garbage. And so he's going to be able to use that. So, Justin, you have an over-under set given the level of question, and we had a last-minute change of guest here. What do you think?
Yes.
Did we want to do a phone a friend where Templar gets to call me in once?
Let's do that. Now here's the thing. If that's the case, the over-under is being adjusted as we speak. Vegas has not released the numbers, so I still can change it. So I'm changing the over-under. If he gets one phone a friend to you, he can ask you for help one time.
Okay.
One time he can ask you for help. Now, before we get into this, now we typically do the Star Wars rapid fire Q&A, where we fire a whole bunch of ridiculous short little questions at our guests. Now, Templar's been on the show before, so we've already done this with Templar, and so Templar and I were talking a little bit about very briefly before the show. What could we do in this instance? What could we do a rapid fire for? And we talked a little bit maybe about rankings, or doing something else. And so, Templar, I don't know if you have something in particular you want to share with us. Otherwise, I would ask that you rank all the Star Wars films from your most favorite to least favorite as fast as you want. That's what I want you to do.
Most favorite to least favorite.
Yes, I want you to make a lot of people happy, and I want you to piss a lot of people off.
Let's just knock 1 and 2 least favorites out with, it's 1, 2, and 3 least favorites are the prequels, the sequels, rather.
Order, though.
Last Jedi.
Okay, the Last Jedi is last.
Absolute last.
Okay.
Rise of Skywalker was better, but still next to last. And then The Force Awakens, third from last.
Okay,
best
so now
film.
you have original prequels and the 2 standalones. We won't count the Clone Wars for now.
Okay. Best films, Empire.
Best
New
film
Hope.
is Empire, okay. Then a New
Yep,
Hope, okay.
New Hope. This is a tough one. Rogue One, number 3.
I really like Rogue One.
This is a
Really,
great
really
movie. Absolutely great
I
movie.
think so too. I think it's better than Jedi. So Jedi's number 4.
Okay.
Attack of the Clones, number 5.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I love Attack of the Clones.
It's great.
Phantom
The
Menace,
love
number
story
6. Phantom Menace, number
okay.
6. I think Attack of the Clones is better. And then Revenge of the Sith.
Where's Solo?
Solo is after Revenge of the Sith, so I think it's better than the sequels,
Better than the sequels,
but not
okay.
right.
All right.
So there you go. Templar Pops hates the sequels. For everybody who loves them, that's all you need to take away.
That's your
from
takeaway.
that segment
That's your
right
one
there.
big. Yeah, that's your bullet point. That's what you get from that. All right.
Well, okay. He's going to need some extra time for these trivia questions here. So let's roll right in. Vegas, meaning me, has set Templars over-under with 1 phone a friend to Tyler at 6.5. At 6.5. Now,
Okay.
it was initially lower, but with a phone a friend from Tyler, it gets a little bit higher. As Templar and Tyler said, these were initially prepped for a former Star Wars Schmoedown contestant. And so although some of the earlier questions are more gettable, the later questions are difficult. Okay.
All
So-
right. Well, I'm definitely taking over. I made the mistake of going under last time with Templar, and I paid dearly for it.
Yes, you
as
did.
you remember, I had to walk on a sea of Legos and lost a foot. Not going to make that mistake again, so I will be taking the over. Templar, let's do this, man. And so don't forget, you got your phone a friend with me, so let's try to use it wisely. Let's make sure we're patient. We're looking for that chat. Make sure we try to see any answers out there. No reason to be hasty. And
You've
let's
got your
do this.
phone
Let's
ready
just-
too. Like,
Yeah. No, please just text me anything. I'll text you.
No
I'll text you.
cheating.
They're not gonna-
No
They're
cheating.
not
My phone
gonna
turned
know. They're not gonna know. Yeah, well, one of my feet is totally fine. The other's gone. I have no idea how that one's doing, Brian. Totally lost it. Those Legos are vicious. Make sure you pick them up. Because I have also had friends lose feet from walking on Legos. So just
Yeah.
It's an
It's
epidemic.
dangerous.
It is an epidemic. And let me just say,
Yes.
obviously, Brian must have missed the intro because the Lego walk is probably the least of Tyler's injuries that he's recovering
I know.
from at this point. So,
I know.
Brian,
Yeah,
make sure you go back and watch that. We'll drop that thing as a short, too. The humiliations are definitely going to get dropped as YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, that's good.
be ready for those. Also, we didn't talk about what we're drinking. We're the BookBarBros, man. What's on
Oh,
tap?
that's right.
What's on tap, everybody? Templar, the guest. What's on tap for you tonight?
Bissell Brothers from right here in our local area. Nothing Gold. This is a limited edition beer that they released. IPA, of course. 8.2%.
Woo!
Snap.
That's a
All right. So
stiff
you're going to
beer.
get nice and
Yeah.
That's good. We got to be
Pretty.
careful, though. We want to make sure we're buzzed. We got to tie in a nice buzz here. We don't want to get sloshy until the very end, right?
Yeah, we do.
I'm like
we gotta be
about right
sharp.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, we do.
got a humiliation on the line. So we got to be sharp.
I know.
Tyler,
What about you,
I know.
Just? Oh, what
do you-
am I
Totally
drinking?
tricked him into taking it too.
I got a little vanilla Java porter. So, mixture of coffee and beer. Riddle me this, Just. I love coffee-flavored beer, but hate beer-flavored coffee. Why is that? That's one for the philosophers. Right?
Why do we park in driveways and drive in parkways, Tyler? I can't tell you. I can't answer those questions.
Justin, what's the deal with Ovaltine? I mean, the cap is round. The bottle's round. Why don't they call it Roundtine? I don't know. These are questions that'll never be answered.
I agree.
I'm using my phone a friend right now for that question.
What do you got, Tyler?
Well, I'm stumped. I asked it, Templar. I said we have to be strategic about this, man.
I'm looking good already on the under. I'm feeling good about the under.
I feel good about it too.
All right, let's move right along. Question number 1, Templar. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. The Rise of Skywalker opens
Great.
with Kylo Ren torching fools on this volcanic planet, where he obtains a Sith Wayfinder.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay, so Templar.
I know the scene.
Least favorite movie. But let's read the question very carefully.
I'm drinking Oktoberfest, by the way. We're all out of sorts tonight.
I know. We're all over the place.
It's not Planet Samuel Adams. It's not that.
It is not. It's not Planet
I'm
Samuel
hoping the
Adams.
chat's with me tonight because this does seem like an easy question for somebody that's well-versed in Star Wars. Obviously, I've seen the scene. I've watched the movie. As far as the planet name goes, no clue.
It's all right.
Mustafar is a guess, which is incorrect because it's a volcanic planet, but he's not on Mustafar when he finds that. I don't think.
How do you know that? How do you know that for sure?
Because I don't. Chat, help me out. It's not Hogwarts. Chat. It's not Hogwarts.
Oh, that must be a Ray answer. Is that a Ray answer? It is.
It's a Ray answer. Indeed. We should have side bets. Like when certain answers come up, who gave it?
Read between the lines there, Templar. Is there higher ground there?
I think my gut instinct. I'm going to go with my gut. Mustafar.
Well, your gut was that it's not Mustafar. So
Guts changed, Justin.
Your guts changed?
Yeah.
Templar, what's your final answer on this question?
Mustafar.
It is Mustafar. That is absolutely correct. Ooh. That is 1 point. 1 point.
Okay. I was really hoping he didn't talk himself out of that.
Developed. No, the name is developed here in Maine. Moose. Get Moose.
Okay.
Too far. If you go too far in Maine, you're in Canada. So it's a moose too far. So Moose has gone to Canada.
With New England accents in Maine? That sounded like a Boston accent.
I don't personally, but
have
on the coast, oh yeah, big time.
Yeah?
Big time. Yep.
I thought everyone spoke French.
In Dover, Foxcroft, no.
No.
It's like 2 people.
All right, well done, Templar. See, that's why I said read the question closely. You picked up the clue right from the question. Okay. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, Templar, right? I mean, we do these things like Jeopardy. We try to give, clues away when we can. Torching fools, volcanic planet. What's the only volcanic planet torching that you know? That's why I hoped that would be a gettable one. You got it. 1 point down. I would have been looking real good on the under if he would have got that one wrong. I'd have been looking really good.
I would have been really, But the minute he said, okay, I don't think it's Mustafar, I was like, okay, he'll have to talk himself out of it. Maybe he'll just use that as a guess. I know.
I'm a Sith. I could be up to anything. Don't forget that.
Right.
I could be up to anything.
Okay,
total digression here. Have you guys seen the making of The Mandalorian season 2 finale yet on Disney Plus? Have you watched that yet?
Not yet.
I don't know if I have.
You got to watch it. It's really good. It's all about Mark Hamill coming back to help them play Luke Skywalker. As in the finale.
I heard about this. I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, it's really good. I was like just watching it tonight because I saw Steele Saunders did like a little review on it, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, I definitely have to watch that. And so yeah, it's really good. So watch that. Okay,
I'm gonna make a note.
Question number 2. Yes, did you make a note? Tyler? Did you actually write it down? What does it say?
It's just a series of scribbles. But I know what it says, so
probably
it's fine.
Told me to go screw myself. Is what I thought I was going to do. All right, Templar, here we go. Question number 2. In A New Hope, where was Luke headed to pick up some power converters before grumpy Uncle Owen insisted that he clean up their 2 droid purchases instead? He was gonna head
This-
here
there's
and
a-
pick up some power converters.
How specific do you want? Because I know the
I want
place.
the right answer.
Well,
I
I
think
get
if you just
that.
name,
but-
I tell you, if you just name a place, any place, I think it's
Just
probably
any
good.
place in Star Wars. Yeah.
I think we'll count.
I'm gonna wait for the chat for just a minute to see what Ray has to say. Or my friend Rob's in the chat, or he was Rob Crozier. He's supposed to be a ringer for Star
Oh,
Wars.
really? He's
but
got some
I don't.
skills?
I'm not counting on. I don't know.
Let's-
Maybe
Let's
we'll see.
see. Has Rob got anything? I don't see anything from Rob. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, Rob doesn't have any answers in the chat yet. Let's see if he can
Oh,
bring any
sorry.
fire for you here. Yeah, Just I think your Luke impression is even better than your Palpatine, if I can be
Really?
so
You think
bold.
so?
Oh
I
man,
was
the
gonna-
wine.
Oh, almost said it.
It's not Lord
Oh,
Voldemort's
dang it.
speech house.
I almost had him.
You almost got
him
me
to
to
do
do it. And I
Jeez.
stopped myself that time, though. I stopped
Wow.
myself that time.
That would have been so good. That would have been so
Pick
sweet.
up some power converters.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I
I'm not gonna quit toying with you. I know the answer to this. It's Tashi Station. Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. Yee.
That is that your
All
final answer?
It is.
Why is
Yeah.
everyone celebrating? How do you know that's right? Is that your final answer?
It is my final answer. It's not Tushy Station. It's
And
Tashi
it's,
Station.
it's correct. It is Tashi Station. I believe that's actually
Boom.
correctly right there. For the
All
lore has it spelled
right.
correctly. Tashi Station. Templar
Oh,
is
man.
2 for 2. He's feeling pretty good. He's feeling pretty good.
Oh,
He's 2
man.
for 2. The over under 6.5. He needs to get to 7 correct answers. He's off to a good start. We're gonna roll
Feel good.
right into the next question here.
Okay,
Are
let's-
you
let's do
ready?
it.
I am ready. Who's
Here we go.
for the lore in the chat? Who is this? A stranger.
Somebody who
We
showed
have a
up
couple
and
of
gave you the
strangers.
right answer. Pal.
I know. That's what I'm
Question
saying.
number 3. This actress starred as Queen Amidala's decoy in Handmaiden Sabe
Oh,
before hitting it big in her own right in the Caribbean.
oh,
Oh,
I know who it is. I can't think of the name.
Oh man.
Great movie. Great movies.
Tyler and I keep hitting the comments at the exact same time. They keep flashing and going
I get
away.
it.
Stranger danger. Brian is
I
very
got
scared.
it. We were talking about that earlier too, with your neighbors. You know.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't like
Yeah.
strangers, especially ones who scare the kids away because they're on the sex offender list. By the way,
Okay,
everyone
it was
watching,
for a bit.
yeah, it's for a bit, and YouTube algorithm, that was a joke. It's for a bit. That's not real.
Joke.
Okay.
It's a bit. It's
I'm
not
just gonna
funny.
haunt me the rest
Right.
of my life.
It's-
So
right.
yeah, he.
Pretty sure I know who this is.
but he really
Okay.
registered.
Okay, I'm gonna say yeah.
You
he
know,
gives
you
it right
know
away.
this, huh?
Yep. Again, we just need to read the question closely. Very Jeopardy
Right.
style here. Answer
All right,
is
Ray
Templar.
is no help. Ray. Hermione. It's not Hermione Granger. Ray.
Yeah,
Right,
that
Templar.
No.
Hermione. Well, hello there,
All right.
Hermione. This
That was
actress
at
starred as
World's End
Queen
where-
Amidala's decoy in Handmaiden Sabe before hitting it big in her own right in the Caribbean.
Keira Knightley.
Is that your final
Final
answer?
answer.
That's
Final answer.
absolutely correct. It is Keira
Oh,
Knightley. Well
wow.
done. Templar
Okay.
3 for 3, and I'm in
Mm.
trouble.
Love that. Oh
I'm
man,
in
and you
trouble
just
with the
we got
under
For the
already.
Lore too, who knows how to play the game because
That's
For
right.
the Lore is at Tashi Station earlier. Now saying Betty Crocker. This is the
That's
way
right.
the game is played.
I
chat.
should have waited. Yeah, I should have
Well
waited.
done.
Thank you for the lore. That is how you play the game. Don't always just give them the right answers. Mess with our contestants as well. Make them
Constantly.
sift through everything and pick whichever answer they think is not garbage. So you can just cut Ray out, basically. There we go. Question number 4. Templar, you're 3 for 3. You're 3 for 3 already. All right, here we go. Question number 4. According to Yoda, he is this old when he becomes one with the Force in Return of the Jedi. And when you reach that age, Templar, look as good. You will not.
That is definitely true. I don't look that good now.
right.
All right.
So
I know the answer. So, but I'm gonna let the chat give the chat a chance
I'm in-
here.
I'm in
Oh,
big
man, this
trouble.
is-
Let's hope I
you-
really
oh, man.
brought the heat because you are looking at an early round sweep.
So
You're looking at
Justin,
an early round
what
sweep here.
am I gonna have you put up your this time. I mean, I feel like that's just going to be the theme. Just a pineapple, maybe this time.
I'd be happy to do more impressions. Yeah.
How about an Amazon rocket ship?
I thought they were pretty simple. A what?
Jeff Bezos' rocket ship, the whole rocket ship.
Gosh. Maybe we can get Jeff Bezos to actually be in it while you do it. Like, holy crap, he's got to be free. He can do whatever he wants. He's a billionaire.
I feel like everyone should get off of that and think of other unique things for me to do. First of all, why are we assuming that Templar is just going to run the table and hit the over? I don't know why we're just assuming that. So
I think he's looking very sharp right now. I think this is pretty much a done deal.
All right, Templar,
he still has a phone a friend.
He does have
900 years old. 900 years old
Is that your
Yoda.
final answer?
OG Yoda, 900. Yes, it's my final answer.
That is absolutely correct. It is 900 years old. Templar is 4 for 4. The number is 6.5. He is already getting so close to that. And yet, I still feel okay about my chances that you're going to hit the under.
I do too.
So,
could be a disaster from here on out.
Here we go. Question number 5. Before we have a little intermission break, question number 5. Let's see if he can have a perfect first half. Before the iconic DL-44 heavy blaster pistol belonged to Han Solo, it belonged to this character from Solo.
All right.
That is...
I just have to think about the character name. I know who it is.
All right, good. Yeah, talk it through. What are you thinking?
No, I need an answer immediately.
Take
you have
your
2
time.
seconds.
We got all stream. I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow, so we can be here as long as it takes. No rush.
You sure the armament wasn't called the SCH Long Blaster? That's one of my favorites. It's one of my personal favorites in the Star Wars canon universe.
Yeah, for those in the chat that aren't keeping up, that spells schlong. So,
all right, well done, Tyler.
It did? Wow, no wonder Disney rejected
I want to make sure
one.
everyone's keeping up.
Nothing gets past us. We're too quick for that.
I don't want to use my phone a friend. I really wish the chat would be more helpful because I know the character. I know Woody Harrelson played the character, but I can't think of the name of the character. It's just, Rio. It's not Rio. It's not Babu Frick. It's not Albus Dumbledore.
Or is it? Or is it Albus Dumbledore? Or is it?
Cross-universing now.
Or the iconic DL-44 heavy blaster pistol belonged to Han Solo. It belonged to this character from the Solo films.
I am sorry, Woody Harrelson. I do not remember the name of that character. I don't want to use my phone a friend.
I cannot accept Woody Harrelson. Are you sure you don't want to use your phone a friend? Because you're going to get it wrong anyways, it sounds like. So at least if this is the type of question that you know is easy enough that Tyler's going to know it. So it would be a good use of your phone a friend because it would take a wrong answer and turn it into a right answer.
But what if I want to challenge him to something I could never answer?
Well, you can do that. We can do it for fun anyways. We can do it for fun anyways. You just won't get credit for it.
All right, I'm gonna my final answer.
I prep these questions, so
I'm not using my phone a friend. This is not the time. The Force is not telling me to use it now. So I'm going to say Woody Harrelson's final answer.
Woody Harrelson is incorrect. It is the character played by Woody Harrelson.
And if he would have phoned a friend, it was Tobias Beckett.
It was, in fact, Tobias Beckett is the name of the character. So not a perfect
you had it in your head.
Still very, very good. He is 4 out of 5. He's got 4 points. He only needs 3 right in the back 5 to hit the over. And I will say, it's not going to be easy. So I think when we look back, we're going to look back and say, should you have used your phone a friend right here to guarantee Tyler could help you get a correct answer? But instead, you sit at 4 out of 5. Still fine. You're doing good. You're in good shape. But before we move on, let's just remind everybody that we are on Patreon.
We are on Patreon.
Hey-o, that's right. Let me find the slide. It always takes me forever, but I eventually do it. Thank you to all of our patrons, all of our nerd level 1, 2, 3, and of course, Jeremy at Templar Pops, our council member. We love you guys so much. We appreciate your support. And there is a link down in the description if you are interested in becoming a Patreon. We do contests. We do trivia contests for our patrons as well. And wouldn't you know it, Templar Pops is still leading the Patreon contest. Currently, Templar has 33 points. And the next highest patron behind him has 27. So his lead has narrowed slightly.
Okay, it's close. He
did have a very big lead, but he still has a 6-point lead just about at the halfway mark. And just real quick, for everybody who doesn't know, we do a 12-week-long Patreon quiz challenge for all of our patrons, and the winner gets to come on the live, do exactly what Templar is doing right now, only they'll get to compete for prizes. So,
yeah, and it's going to be like our normal format when Justin and I quiz each other, where there is the 4 rounds, right? So it's the Youngling, Padawan, Jedi Knight, Jedi Master, 5 questions in each round, and they go into increasing difficulty, right? And so they get harder and harder and harder as they go.
That's just how Templar likes it.
Oh my God, that is absolutely. Obviously. And the questions, they like to pull on your hair and stuff. I don't know. So that's where it goes. So so that's not what Templar likes.
Yeah, doesn't work for me either.
That doesn't work at all. But and then are we for sure going with the idea mentioned last stream? Well, what do you think about that, Templar? That if it is you who wins, or anyone, because again, there's somebody's right on your heels here.
Right.
If you win, then what we'll do is a week before stream, we will spin a wheel of all of the movies that will land on a movie, and you will have 1 week to study that movie, just like Justin and I do, and that's what all the questions will be based on. So that means extremely deep dives, just like Justin and I do. We will ask you if there's a number mentioned over an intercom, you better know it, because we're going to ask you about it.
Let's watch that movie on a loop. Yeah, that sounds great. That way you're focused on one film,
right?
Even if it's awful.
Cool. All right, even if it's a sequel, right?
Yeah. Right.
All right. Back to part 2 here. Question number 6, Templar. 4 out of 5. The over-under is 6.5, so he needs 7 right to hit the over and get a win for Tyler, which would cause me a humiliation. He has to get 6 or less to hit the under, and I would win, and Tyler would have to do another humiliation. So let's get right into it. Question number 6. So much riding on this, Templar, for our prides, and we're both really counting on you to do the opposite of the other person. Here we go. At the end of Revenge of the Sith, Luke and Leia were born on this asteroid field located in the subterranean sector of the galaxy's outer rim territories. Templar, let me simplify this for you. Where were the 2 most iconic characters of the original trilogy, Luke and Leia, born? Tell me where they were born.
It was in this cool little room with this cool droid that kept going, oompa, oompa.
Yes,
that's where it was.
That's technically true, but I need the name of the asteroid field.
I'm considering my phone to Tyler here, but I'd like to see what the trash that the chat might have to offer might be.
Yeah, I definitely hope that Ray has something in there for you. I'm sure it'll be.
He could be right one of these times, just by accident.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay,
that's gonna be the day, right?
Yeah, but guys, we do know. We do know. And of course,
here we have it. Oh,
Tyler, damn it!
And there it is.
You gotta ease up on those shandies.
I know.
It's not a Quidditch field asteroid.
Exact same time.
Are you sure?
Ray watched the wrong movie.
Maybe this was his
Quidditch asteroid field.
There we go.
Okay,
Robert says
here we go.
the Therium Fields of Gondor.
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely not right, because Rob doesn't know anything.
Oh, jeez.
Why are you burning Rob?
This might, for real though, because I can. He's my good friend. We've known each other since we were 10, 11 years old, and he's a good friend of mine. Yeah, I've been asking him to come in East Montreal.
Rob, you need to find new friends. Like he just gets you on a live broadcast. He's just torching you here.
Jeez.
And nobody's. Popsit's still a ringer, man, and I haven't seen much of him. So
I know everyone's just waiting for Popsit to swoop in and save the day.
Is he gonna?
But usually he does that more at the end. If he comes in and saves the day, it's usually in true superhero fashion at the last moment.
Yep, he
when
likes
all
to
hope
swing
is lost.
in. Yep, swinging at the last moment and
now
save the
you've
day.
You've hurt Rob's feelings, and yeah. That's not what the stream is about. This stream is supposed to be
I'm sorry,
about
Rob.
Star Wars,
that was unsensitive.
Loving and sometimes appropriately hating things about
Justin
Star Wars.
and I never insult anyone or anything ever. Never have.
Exactly.
Never
Which
will.
is why we got rid of our apology segment where we always apologize to the people we offended the previous week.
That's right. I forgot about that. Speaking of that, we meant to update everybody on the Willem Dafoe situation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if people recall, one of our very early streams, I mistakenly referred to Willem Dafoe as William Dafoe. I had to do a public apology to both him and his family. We reached out to him about coming onto the stream, and I got to tell you, he is a bitter dude. Holy crap, did he really hold that against me? And you'd think like that, if that mistake had to have happened before, like, is it really that big of a deal?
You think it would happen all the time, but
I think he took it harder because him and I have been really close friends for like 20 years. And so he's like, Tyler, like, come on, what if I called you Taylor after we've been, this close? And it's like, and I was like, I see your point, William. And then when I said that, he lost it and hung up the phone. And so we're still trying to get him on. We're talking to his agent. I'd like to apologize to him face to face on stream just so we can bury the hatchet. So, but as of right now, the update is he still hates us.
Okay. So William Dafoe still hates us. That's a bummer. I was really hoping he would show up and talk Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers with us, but I guess another time.
Yep. One day.
All right, Templar, last chance. At the end of Revenge of the Sith, Luke and Leia were born on this asteroid field located in the subterranean sector of the galaxy's outer rim territories. Do you have an answer?
I don't. I'm going to phone my friend, Tyler. Do you feel confident that you can answer this question?
Ring.
Hello?
Who is this?
This is Regis. How you doing? You won't believe you're on TV.
You must have the wrong number. I'm
never heard of him.
So I do know the answer to this one. Of course, it is Polis Masa.
Of course.
Templar, would you like to adopt Tyler's incorrectly pronounced answer as your answer?
And one of them was correct, I bet.
Maybe.
Yes. I don't need choice. Yes.
That is correct. It is Polis Masa. Well done. Okay.
All right. You
are now 5 for 6, and you need 2 questions right coming in to win and hit the over to get a win for Tyler. But now you are on your own, my friend. Well, you have the chat, of course, but you don't have Tyler. You don't have Tyler, and these are not easy questions. And so let's just dive right in. This could come down to the end. Here we go. Question number 7.
Where's the Popsif?
In Revenge of the Sith, these are the 3 Jedi that accompany Mace Windu to arrest Chancellor Palpatine. All are immediately killed.
Okay.
I need you to give me all 3 of their names.
Can we do a video call a friend?
No, we cannot.
This is distinctly different from a phone a friend, Justin.
Now, Tyler, we can't keep doing you take the over and then get to cheat help everybody hit the over. I think at some point...
I think that feels...
They have to be on their own. Yeah.
I really like that, though.
You really... I bet you do.
Can I get a half a point for a partial answer?
Oh, whoa, boy. And the way we're doing this now, I'm going to say no.
Oh.
Yeah, no. You got to give me all 3. Although I will give you some street cred if you can get any of them at all.
Yeah, street cred is good. That does have cash
None of them
value.
are very good.
Yeah, so if you collect all that street cred, you can turn it in for real money. So that's pretty cool.
You can exchange it. There is an exchange rate for street cred to US dollars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all right, Brian.
Oh, damn it.
Brian. So I think Kit Fisto was one of them. Was Kit Fisto one of them? I think that came to my mind for right away.
I'll let you select that as an answer if you want that to be.
Okay, Kit Fisto was one of my answers.
That is correct. Kit Fisto is one of the 3. You have 1 down, 2 to go. Now,
Ray,
you want to take
please,
Frodo
Ray.
or Ron Weasley? You don't want to take Frodo or Ron Weasley?
No.
There's a real
Help
Harry
me,
Potter
Ray. You're my
theme
only
building.
hope.
There's a real Harry Potter theme building tonight. A lot of Harry Potter answers.
It's like R2-D2, and I'm Princess Leia, but not nearly as good looking. And I'm trying to get the information out of my beer tube.
Your beer tube. Okay, I like that.
Beer
I like
tube.
that.
Lord
And
Voldemort.
What did the beer tell
No.
you? Was it an incomplete message?
It was. All it said was Kit Fisto.
It just said Kit Fisto. You need
Chat.
2 more.
Chat.
2 more answers. You've got a lot of good answers in the chat. Frodo,
I can see them. In my mind.
Severus Snape, Lord Voldemort. I mean,
No.
I don't know why we're just dismissing the rest of the answers other than Kit Fisto. These seem like
I know
lots
why.
of good answers that you can incorporate. I mean, I totally accept them as your own answers. Whereas Kit Fisto was not on the Jedi Council during the events of this film, the other 2 were members.
And they do have things on their heads.
Okay.
Things on their heads. I can see them in my mind.
I'm just making conversation, Justin. Well, I can't talk about Star Wars during our Star Wars stream. I'm sorry.
Not when those conversations result in giving hints to our contestants for answers that will result in me doing humiliations.
Justin, all I'm saying is, like, for instance, one of them had 2 large horns on his head. That's the stuff that I'm trying to say.
He can picture the scene. He doesn't know their names. You are.
I can make something up, but it might not be
stretching
appropriate.
the boundaries of the
You are
rules of
cruising
this
for a
game.
bruising, mister.
You are cruising for a bruising, buddy.
Now, one of the species was the Balchinian, right?
This is more sexual innuendo from Templar, just so you're all picking up what he's putting down.
No, ball spelled B-A-H-L with a little thing on the end of it. Ball.
Oh, I thought it was
Like cabal.
The answer is
B-A-L-Z is what I assumed.
All right, the chat is garbage. All I have is Kit Fisto. I'm going to have to pass for the sake of time. So Kit Fisto is my only answer.
Well, Kit Fisto is correct. Unfortunately, the other 2 are not. Tyler, what do you got?
Aegon Kolar and Stacey Teen.
That is absolutely
Never.
correct. There's Aegon Kolar and Sas 18 are the
That
other
will never
2.
be in here. Never.
It is now.
You
You should remember those 3 for the rest of your life.
I know, for
Here
real.
come the text messages from Tyler, one right after the other for the next 3 days.
18. Aegon Kolar. Remember
Exactly.
that. Now, by the way, I'm going to get Tyler on at least one question. The last question, Tyler's not going to know. I think it's
Okay.
an incredibly difficult question.
That is
although
a bold statement.
No, it is a bold statement, but here we go. Now, here we go, Templar. Let me just say here. You are at 5, right? You're 5 for 7. So you need to get 2 of the next 3 right to get the over. I would say that if you're going to hit the over, you're going to get the next 2. You're not going to get the last question right. So this is big. This is big right here. And for someone who regularly watches our streams, this is a recycled question. Question number 8.
Okay. Advantage
How many
me.
people does Darth Vader kill in The Empire Strikes Back?
Oh, yes.
And for a bonus, for fun, tell me who and why. But
Yeah,
the
this
most
is a
important
good
question is
question.
you have to tell me how many people, and I want an exact number, Darth Vader
I helped
killed
you work this question out.
in The
helped you with
Empire Strikes
Helped me a few times.
Back.
Remember that one question too with Darth Maul? What was that one? How many lines does he say?
How many lines of dialogue does he have in The Phantom Menace?
Yeah, and I had to go through the entire movie in my head before we agreed on an answer.
Yeah,
Templar was
that's right.
helping me through it.
I'm going to have to watch the entire movie in my mind. So 2 hours and 8 minutes or so. I'll be right back.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow.
3.5.
Let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, because
Right.
you remember when he killed those 2
Who did
people
he
and then
kill?
that torso?
3.5.
Right. Like Ray would say, 3.75.
Yeah, if it's a number, and Ray will always have a decimal.
I remember thinking this was a trick question because I thought originally he didn't kill anybody. But since you said who and why, now I know that's not true.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. because you're devious.
Because if you recall a few weeks ago, when the Luau, good friend of the channel, the Luau was on the channel. He was in the hot seat that you're in right now. I gave him a multi-part, multi-answer bonus question, which asked him to name all the planets that our hero stepped foot on during episode 1, A New Hope.
That was a good
And
one.
he thought about it forever.
Yeah, it was a good question.
We got Tyler thinking about it forever. Everyone was racking their brains. And what was the answer?
It was 2, right?
It was 1.
It's just one. It's just
Tatooine.
That is it. That is it. And so everyone, I love that question. I thought that was a great trick question. So I have been known in the past to be tricky. So I would never, if I were you and if I were Tyler, I would never make assumptions on the way I draft a question necessarily. That doesn't mean I don't lead sometimes. Sometimes I lead on purpose. But sometimes I also purposefully mislead.
He killed an underling. He killed one of the captains of the ships. He choked him because he was upset about the asteroid field, I think.
And I think Ray actually has some serious answers in here finally, for the first time. So he killed one because he left the toilet seat up, an unforgivable mistake to Darth Vader.
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
The second one because he forgot his coffee. I mean, I got to tell you, I haven't done this, but I've definitely thought about killing, a coffee runner for forgetting my coffee. I mean, are you kidding me? So for that one, Vader can be forgiven. And third, because his name was Jeff. It just doesn't have a good ring to it in Vader's ears.
It's a dumb
name.
Yeah.
And then,
just kidding,
of course,
if your name is Jeff.
half because he parked his space car in the wrong spot. So he cut him in half, but he still lives.
His space car.
Like Darth Maul. But he did, he wasn't in that movie.
It's exactly
it's
like
possible.
that. How like Darth Maul used to park his space car in the wrong spot all the time. So it's exactly like that.
And then he survived. Half his body is dead, but the other half is totally alive, which is why a half works fine.
Yep.
What if the bottom of him's still alive and has a mechanical top and it's just cranking around Darth Maul legs?
I think that's canon.
Ninja Turtles. It's just like a
weird.
brain stuck on top of mechanical legs or regular legs walking around.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be mechanical. They'd be real legs. But just like a brain, like Krang from the, isn't it? It's not Kang, it's Krang, right? From Ninja Turtles?
Krang, yeah.
Who's like
that's
in
like
the
the
body
brain
of
was
the
like
big,
in the stomach.
Yeah, he was in like the stomach of the big.
Yeah.
They just made that into a Funko Pop a few months ago, like an oversized Funko Pop. Yeah.
I've got one of those. I have one of them. Anyways, back to the question. I believe the answer is 1. I think it's 1 because I know he killed somebody, but there's somebody else died in another scene. Did he kill 2 Imperial officers or 1 in that movie? Because he's killed several.
You're just talking this out to yourself. I will neither confirm nor deny anything you are saying.
Right.
Is
why are you guys hiding
final
behind your
answer?
Why are you guys hiding behind your microphones?
We have terrible poker faces.
I'm going to be fair. Let's be fair. I'm going to go with 1 because that's what I believe the answer is. I believe he killed one of the Imperial officers because they didn't come out of the asteroid field soon enough, and he wasn't happy.
So you are absolutely correct that he does kill someone because they come out of the asteroid field too quickly. Tyler, do you know the name of the character?
Yeah, that would be Admiral Ozzel.
That is Admiral Ozzel.
I was thinking Piet, but that's later on.
Piet lives.
It has to be my final answer.
I'm going to give you a chance to rethink this. Now, you are correct that he chokes
with that one.
Yeah, I would just say...
He doesn't kill Luke. He doesn't kill Han. He doesn't kill anybody at the beginning of the movie. So the only time he would have killed somebody would have been on the Imperial ships, right? No, he didn't kill anybody on Cloud City. That's tricky.
Other than Lando's integrity.
Right. I didn't have a choice. You got here before you did.
Good night, everybody.
That's the kind of zinger we need to go out on.
Right, exactly. That should be a sign-off right there.
Man. All right. I'm going to go 1. I'm going 1. I think he just killed 1 Imperial officer on the ship.
I'm sorry, Templar. That is incorrect.
Well, he never locked in his final answer. I would say just keep thinking.
I did.
He locked it in many times, and I kept trying to steer him towards it.
Dang it.
Could it be 2?
What's the number, Tyler?
It was 2.
And who's the second
Yeah.
person?
That would be Captain Nita, who
why
he
does
did
he-
forgive. He forgave him for losing the Millennium Falcon in the
But
asteroid.
killed him anyways. That's what I thought.
But
Oh.
he did kill him.
Apology accepted.
Captain
Nita.
Okay, it's all right. I
Man.
mean, you were right there. We
You were
just
so close.
needed one more.
Well, now
Now I'm nervous
you
because
have to get
Justin.
question 9, and you're gonna have to pluck question 10. And question 10,
And he just said he doesn't think I'm going to know question 10.
Yeah,
Now, he's
I don't
probably
think-
wrong there. But that means he thinks that it's an extremely hard question. So
It is.
now I'm nervous. I thought we were going to run away with this, no problem. I'm nervous now. This is going to
all
be
right, here we
close.
go. You have to have this one, Templar. You got to have it. Question number 9. You have to have it. Here we go.
Oh, there's no pressure at all.
In The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke asks what was in the mysterious cave on Dagobah, this was Yoda's memorable response, and I want the exact quote. In The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke asks what was in the mysterious cave on Dagobah,
Oh.
this was Yoda's memorable response.
Now, can Templar text a friend? Do we have a text a friend option too? I'm pretty sure we included that.
I'll be very lenient with him on this one because I feel very confident that question 10 is unobtainable. So,
Really? I am
Yeah.
so curious.
and
I am very
you know-
excited to get it right. And, after you said I'm not going to get it.
And it's one of those questions, Tyler, where it's not like it's a super insane, crazy deep hole.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not asking what the species is of some one-off character who appears for 2 seconds in a movie. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Right.
not what it is. But
Okay.
for some reason, you know what? This question really reminds me. I'll give Templar a minute to think while I talk. So, Tyler, this reminds me of the question from the Phantom Menace episode we did, where you remember I asked you what the name of the glowing orb was that Boss Nass holds up at the end of the movie, right?
Right.
Very memorable item, the very memorable scene. It's how the movie ends. But you were like, "Oh, right, that has a name, right?"
Right.
And
Right.
it's that type of question.
I
It's
see.
That
I
type
see.
of question.
Okay. That's okay. So I'm
Where-
nervous. So we
I'm
need.
going to ask him for a name of something that I have never in my life heard anyone say the name of this thing.
So that's not good. That's not
I
good.
think I know the answer to this.
Okay. Let's.
I think
tell
I know
you
the
what,
answer to this.
You give me the answer, and if you're right, you're right. If you are even remotely close, I'll let you confer with Tyler. Okay, what is your
All right.
answer?
So this was his memorable quote because he says, "Fear leads to hate, which leads to suffering." That's the most memorable quote I can think of Yoda.
But this is
So when Luke asked him,
Luke asks him what's in the cave
ooh,
Yeah. So this is.
this before he goes in,
before he goes in.
and he didn't look
asked-
happy about Yoda's answer.
He asks, what's in it? And Yoda tells him what's in it. Yoda tells him what's in the cave. And of course, the answer is the golden snitch.
It's not the golden snitch. All right.
No.
So it's not the classic Yoda line,
Golden
but it doesn't
Snitch is, of
necessarily
course, from
mean.
Rocky 4.
Ooh,
Okay, here we go.
man, I want to get this one. I feel like I should get this one.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to do a very similar thing because we like these things to be fun for everybody. We like them to come down to the end. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you confer with Tyler on this one. And if you get it right, I will let you both confer on the last question. And if you both get
Ooh.
that one right,
Okay.
I will call this a push in another double humiliation. But if you together get either this question wrong or the next question wrong, Tyler does a humiliation alone. So I'm basically saying if the two of you can get the next two right, I'll do a humiliation with Tyler. But if either one of you miss this question or the next question, it's Tyler only doing a humiliation next week.
Okay. Okay.
Pops
Okay.
it! Pops
know this
it!
one?
Pops it!
I-
Pops it!
Pops has already got it. That is Pops. That is absolutely
Only
correct.
what you take with
Damn
you.
it!
Only
Damn
what
it,
you take
Pops.
with you.
Pops it!
What did I say?
Woo!
Well, first of all, how do we know that's right? Is that your final answer?
Oh, that
It is my
is
final
right.
answer for sure.
That is absolutely the correct answer. And there he is. He swoops it. But now, Popsith,
Well, now I'm nervous that I just made this deal.
Because I'm gonna say I knew this one, but I'm worried about the next because you're talking about this next one. So Popsith, be ready. We're gonna need you here, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. But let's
the
lock
correct
that one in,
answer
Templar.
Is of course only what you take with you.
I should have known that. I should have known that. That feels like I should have known that. Thank you, Popsith.
Here we go. Now we move on to the final question. Again, what is sort of or should be a simple one, and yet I think it's a really difficult question. Here we go. In Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme were nearly executed in this Geonosian arena.
Oh.
I will let the also known as or the AKA name. So there is a formal name that it's called, and it's commonly referred to as something else. If you can give me either name.
Okay, then we won.
I will accept.
I don't know a formal name for it.
Ooh, interesting.
Unless this is the formal name, but I don't think it would be. It's
well. Let me just say that obviously, as you can see, I say execute in the Geonosian arena. The Geonosian execution arena is not the acceptable answer. If that's
what it's called.
No.
It's called the Geonosis Execution Arena.
No, it's not. It has a formal name and an also known as name, but then they say some people just refer to it as the Geonosian Execution Arena, but that's not it. I want the actual name of the arena.
Hold on.
Or what it is more commonly known as formally, not just the execution arena. It has names.
Yeah.
It has. Tyler's
These are good questions.
It does.
These are good questions, really. I would never be able to get a question like this on.
Hold on. It's oh man, hold on.
Tyler's in deep thought, and as we've talked
do you
about
think
before,
if you put Legos in a microwave and heated them up first, walking across them would be even worse?
Yeah, so it's kind of like the heat walk, the fire
yeah,
walk.
They melt a little bit. Yeah.
I like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. That's a fantastic. That's the best idea you've had all day, Templar.
That's not bad at all. Good, Ray. What's Ray doing down here? So finally, the Quidditch might be the right answer, but it's not.
Templar, I am not.
What's this trope?
I am not sure. I'm a little. I have this. The word justice is popping in my head. Like I think it's like the justice arena, the arena of justice, or something like that. The main thing I've referred to, and I'm a little peeved when I read it, is the Geonosis Execution Arena. I know that for a fact. This is something where if we have Frederick look into it, I would definitely throw up a flag. But
I've already
Justin's right that there are
acceptable answer.
There's another name.
So there is a name,
justice
right?
Something.
It is also known as another name, and then it says people commonly refer to it as this, but I won't accept the commonly. I want the name or the also known as name. I want the formal names.
Check out the Pop Sith, man.
Yeah, so Arena of Justice.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse you. I think that Pop Sith, man. All the time leaning on that guy.
He does often swoop in and put the right answer in there. He does.
Again, I said justice came into my head. This would absolutely be the one that I would go with. I don't know what else it would be.
Is that your advice to Templar?
That's my advice. I thought it was justice. I said maybe Justice Arena of Justice. Popsith says yes, it's Arena of Justice. It's the Popsith here. I think we have to go with it.
We have to go with Arena of Justice. Thank you, Popsith, yet again.
Templar, is that your final answer?
Well, it is my final answer.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
What's this?
Now he's giving it away. He gave it away that he looked it up.
I already gave my final answer. I already gave my final answer. That's fair.
I did already say final answer.
Part of the game is we don't look it up. We just give answers and we know them or not. But
is Arena of Justice?
Is Arena of Justice correct?
The Arena is also known as the Arena of Justice. That is absolutely.
So that's right.
Correct. That is absolutely correct.
There we go.
I can't believe it. Pop said.
And that creates another push. Another push.
Oh,
into
wow.
the humiliation for next
All
week.
right, so I'm not doing this alone again. Well done, Templar. What a round, man. Whoo! And that came down to the
I didn't
end.
think I would get 3 answers right, honestly.
Wow, that was great. And so, yeah, this I did not know this. So Petranaki, the Petranaki Arena?
Petranaki Arena, and it's also known as the Arena of Justice. Now, it says more
Okay.
commonly referred to, like by the locals, as just the Execution Arena. And I'm like, no.
Okay.
I want Petranaki Arena, also known as Arena of Justice. I don't want just they call it the Execution Arena. That's not what I want.
Okay,
so-
I'm going to say, because this is why I was thrown off, because you said AKA name also accepted. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, then I know it because
Also
I was
known as, but
positive it was
not
called
what
the
locals
Geonosis.
just- Yeah. So even
I
like
see
when
what
you
you
go on Wikipedia and things, it even says it's the Petranaki Arena. That is the name. It's also known as the Arena of Justice, but it's commonly just referred to as the Geonosian Execution Arena. And so I'm like, it's the Geonosian Execution Arena. That's like calling the football stadium the football stadium. I'm like, no, it's
Right.
called
Right.
Soldier Field, right? It's called
I
Ford
get you.
Field. It's like it has a name, and then you might call it something else with a formal nickname, but just
Right.
calling it the football field. I'm like, no,
Mm.
that's not what this is.
Okay.
And so that's why I would not have accepted the Geonosian Execution Arena. But
That's fair. That's fair. You know why? Because we still got it, baby. So no reason to debate. That's fine. But no, I do understand your point. At first, I was like, what the heck? You even said like the AKA. But now I get it. So the Arena of Justice, I was thinking that was the formal name. There's actually a more
Petranaki
formal
Arena
name
is
for
what
it.
it's called. Yes.
Okay,
So
I got you.
So don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know how you did if you took the quiz with us. And before we get into Templar's final question, his multi-part question, it's last call. So cheers to you, Templar. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
Cheers
thanks
to
for being
everybody
here,
out
buddy.
there for participating, whether you're watching live or you're watching on the rewatch. Go ahead, lift up whatever it is you're drinking. Take a swig.
Oh, excuse me.
Well done. Nice. That was
a
good.
fart too.
That was
Yeah. Bart fart.
let's-
Bart. It was a Bart.
Lean in. Here you go, Templar. This is a variation of a repeat final question Tyler has had previously. Let's see how you do. In no particular order, name the 11 planets that we visit during Revenge of the Sith. And it says, hint, there are 11. I put 11.
Yeah,
this
was such a good question.
I
I spent
actually
like a half hour on this question.
I meant to just put name all planets. That would make more sense. Name all planets visited, and then hint there are 11. Yeah, okay. A little duplicative there, but okay. Name all planets. You don't have to do it in order. Just try to give me as many planets as you can that we visit, where characters we actually see inside on the planet.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
planet in quotes. Planet in quotes.
Yeah, this
And
was
there's
a
a
good
couple
one.
of couple sneaky
Coruscant.
tough ones. Coruscant is correct.
Coruscant.
Correct. That is one.
Planets, not asteroid fields.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and I messed this up during mine because I remember I was trying to write them all down, and you asked me. I had to do them in order too, so I was like going through the movie, writing them all down, and then finally, like it took me a while. They were like, "How on earth is there 11?" Then it dawned on me what the trick of this was.
Yes.
Got them all, but then I was like, "Okay, I've got 11. I've got it," and I included Polis Massa in it, and
did,
of course,
which is not a planet.
I missed it, and was very disappointed.
I think there was one or two tricky ones at the end that you missed, or I think maybe just one at the end.
Well,
one
I ended
planet
up getting
that you
all the
missed.
planets, but I also screwed up the order of one, I think, and it was
Well, I
on
think
one
I
of
had
those
to help.
tricky
I had to
parts.
give you. I had to help give you the one
Right.
planet at the very end, but because that was the one that I think everybody forgets about. You got Coruscant, Templar. What else you got?
Mustafar.
Okay,
Mustafar in Canada. Were they on Kashyyyk, the Wookiee planet Kashyyyk?
They
Is
were
that the right
Revenge
name?
of the Sith. That is three.
they
There
were.
you go.
Okay.
You got three. Okay. Okay.
So there's a lot of battle scenes, and I don't know if I'd get the names of the planets in the battle scenes.
Hey, Ginger
3 of 11.
Pops.
3 of 11. What's going on, Ginger Pops?
You got three.
They didn't go Tatooine. They went to Tatooine. Dropped off the babies.
They do at the
They
very
did.
end. That is the final planet they visit. Well done. That's 4.
That's 4.
Okay. Tatooine is one of the tricky ones. Okay, it's one of the ones at the very end, just for a very short scene. So yes, that's 4. 4 out of 11 you got.
Of course not. I don't think we went back to Naboo in that film.
Are you sure?
If it was brief. Now I'm going to say Naboo.
What happens on Naboo? When did we go there and for what purpose? Tyler would like to answer this question as if it were his own.
All right. Wasn't the rescue something to do with Jar Jar? We went back to execute Jar Jar.
Unfortunately, no.
No, that was in the director's cut.
Very briefly, Tyler.
Why did they go back?
Why?
I don't know.
Because that was the funeral of Padme Amidala.
Oh, right.
Funeral
Right,
of
and then
Padme
also at the
Amidala.
end.
That's correct.
Yep.
So, but you got Naboo. Naboo is all right.
That's a good pull.
6 planets.
That is a
So
good
it's the battle planets I'm not going to get. Like one that was all 3D, kind of lit up UV colors. I don't know.
So yes, there's a particular event where we jump from planet to planet to planet to planet to planet, watching Jedi get killed.
Right.
So, do you know any of those planets? Those are the hard ones. Those are the hard ones.
No, I don't think so. No.
So,
And if that was
Yeah, so Ginger Pops, they did go back to Naboo for a Nickelback concert. That's why Padme died.
She
Yeah.
died for
Obviously.
watching a Nickelback concert. It's like watching The Ring.
Yep.
right.
Sorry.
All right, so there's one other planet that might be able to figure out. Of course.
Well, yeah, there's another planet very early on in the movie that they spend a decent amount of time on.
It's where we meet the Varactyl Boga.
Yeah, and then there's a big battle that takes place on this planet between two very popular, very main characters of the movie.
Oh, okay. The planet where Grievous and Obi-Wan fought.
Yes.
That really cool actor plays that tall alien dude. That guy's a great actor.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
He's the port
What's the name of that
administrator
planet?
there. That is the question.
But that is one of the planets.
It's not banking. I was thinking banking, but it's not it. They have the little. I don't know what the name of that planet is, but I know where it is. I got that far. Tyler, would you please?
Oh yeah, so me, Utapau.
Utapau is the planet where General Kenobi engages General Grievous.
Indeed. Yeah, in fact, Tien Medin is a Powan. That's like that.
He is a Powan,
species.
yes. And Templar, do you have any idea of the Order 66 planets?
No, I do not.
You can phone. Oh, geez, Tyler. Like, oh god, he can't. He's that annoying kid in class who just can't put his freaking arm down.
All right, Tyler in the front again.
Yeah, in the front.
Yes,
obviously.
thank you, teacher. I would be happy to answer this question. So, the first planet is where Kiari-Mundi dies, and it is Maigito.
It is Maigito. That is correct.
Then we see Aayla Secura die on Felucia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I believe we see Plo Koon die on Cato Nemoidia. And then we see Stas Ali die on Solukami.
Okay. Solukami, yes. And I can't exactly remember if that's the right order. I think it is.
I'm almost positive because I got it. That's what I did the last time. I knew I got Maigito, and then I got Felucia, and I'm pretty sure I switched up the Stas Ali and Plo Koon. I said it in the reverse order, so I made sure I have like a picture in my head for how the order should be because I missed that last time. So I got the planets right, but I got it in the wrong order. So I'm pretty sure that's right.
Right. Okay. So now we're gonna try to work Templar through this last one because I believe I don't have my list in front of me. I didn't bring it with me, but I believe there is one planet left that you have not named. At least one. I think it's only one. And my hint would be, I'll give you a couple hints. One, happens at the end of the movie. Okay, very, very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only time we visit this planet in the Skywalker saga, and yet it's spoken about many times throughout the
A lot. Yeah, it's spoken about a lot.
And one of the main
Indeed.
characters of the original trilogy has a very close connection to this planet.
Mm.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second here.
Okay, so those are, I think those are three pretty good hints. Three pretty good hints. And I
Alderaan. Alderaan.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That's right. It is Alderaan.
It is.
Correct. And what do
Well
we see
done,
happening on Alderaan at the very end of Revenge of the Sith?
Obi-Wan gives Leia to the Organas.
Well, it's not Obi-Wan,
Very nice
but
people.
Bail Organa shows up with Leia and gives it to his wife. Yes,
And his
gives
wife,
Leia.
yeah, but
They
they're
did
both like on the
damn fine
balcony.
job raising him.
Yeah, indeed they did.
They did it. Yeah, she's real feisty. They must have been feisty parents. They raised her real feisty.
And
young
she's
lady.
one that, stuck in the fight the whole time too, became a general. They raised a good daughter there. They did a good job.
Mhm.
I think Rob had this before you too. He had Alderaan in there. He had Alderaan in the comments there. Yeah.
There it is.
Thank you, Rob. See? I knew you'd come up with something.
I love that question. I thought that was a great question,
Yeah,
especially
that
because
is
when you
good.
first asked it to me, like whatever that was, months ago, and you first said it, and you're like, and there's 11 planets. I'm like, no way. There's 11
They
planets that
visit
we see in the
11
movie?
planets in Revenge of the
And
Sith.
so, like, I had to slowly work through each one, and like you start going through the main ones, and oh, that's right, Order 66 you have to remember, and then oh yeah, they go to Alderaan and Tatooine at the end. You have to remember the funeral at Naboo. Like, that's crazy. That's a very tough question. And Templar, you nailed a ton of them there. That's a great one. Great question.
I feel good. I feel really good about that.
Yeah, you got quite a few there. You did pretty good there. I
That was
like
good.
that one. I like the Alderaan pull at the end too. The Naboo, even if you stumbled across that one, Naboo was great. That was a good get. That was the one that I think tripped Tyler up. The only one that he couldn't quite remember.
Yeah,
And then-
because remember, that's where I thought I had the 11 with Polis Massa, but then you're like, no, that's wrong. And then I had the other 10. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I thought I had it. And it was, I was forgetting about Naboo because they go there for the freaking funeral. Fool me once, right?
Damn inconvenient funeral.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Well done, Templar. Thank you so much. Before we get to
Thanks,
Tyler's
man.
signature sign off, we're gonna have a signature sign off from the Vault tonight.
On the ball.
We're gonna link him down in the description. Templar Pops. If you like Funko Pops, check him out. He's dropping all kinds of stuff. Low value boxes, high value boxes, short runs, big runs. Templar, plug yourself, man. Is there anything you want to say about the biz? Anything? Your YouTube channel, whatever. Go away. Plug yourself.
Plug. We're Templar Pops, and we love Star Wars. That's all I need to say. If you guys want to check out the mystery boxes, check us out on Templar Pops on Instagram. Otherwise, hang out here and listen to some Star Wars and check out some trivia and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff for these guys.
All that fun stuff. Thank you. I buy stuff from Templar all the time. Again, he's dropping boxes constantly, small, large, lots of Star Wars stuff, which is why he always gets my business because he's always got lots of Star Wars pops. In his box.
Exactly. Yep.
Check him out if you like Funko Pops, if you like mystery boxes, the best in the biz. So thank you again, Templar. And here we go. We're going out on a signature sign-off, a Tyler's signature sign-off. For those of you that are not familiar, people who don't even watch Star Wars, tune into this channel just to watch Tyler's signature sign-off. And tonight, we're pulling a sign-off from the Vault, and it is, well, I guess we'll just play it. I don't want to give anything away, but I can tell you this: Tyler doesn't like sand. That's all I got.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating. It gets everywhere. Not like here. Everything is soft, smooth. If Master Obi-Wan caught me doing this, he'd be very grumpy. Good girl, Padme. Good girl.
A skin shake, sky hits the ground. Would take a miracle to knock me down.
Good girl, Padme.
It's my dog, Padme. I love her. Actually, a boy dog named Seven. But, he's an actor. And he's very dynamic. You saw him. He really gave it his all for that role, so I really appreciate it. Let's give a hand for Sagan, the dog. In the
Well done,
clip.
Sagan. Well done. Yes,
Well done.
yes. He did an excellent job of Padme. He really did. He did a great
killed
job. Well,
Yep.
Well, that's it for us tonight. Thank you again so much to our guest, Templar Pops, for showing up, playing some trivia with us. Hope everybody had a good time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Affiliate links down in the description. And we will see you guys next week.